Hey, it's Milton Daily Homes, Chuck here, and I've got a big list of 26 homes. Hope the links were okay last week. We are definitely back and very excited. It's great to be doing the videos. It feels like a kind of a warm, comfy seat, and hope you guys feel the same way. Okay, so back to regular schedule. Let's get right to it because there's a lot of them. 250 Saytalk number 31. It's at 264.9. The maintenance fees are a bit higher than some of the other ones. They're at 343. So when you do the math on this and you add it up, I mean, you're talking about you could probably buy a Mattamy, 320, 330 home for around the carrying cost of something like this. So it starts to really add up. A great looking layout inside. Remains to be seen if you could find as much square footage in some of the Mattamy homes, but that's always the trade-off. You get a little bit more home with the older, you get a little bit more lot, maybe a little more closed concept, but great looking. It looks like they've changed the tile in the shower, changed the light fixtures. So it's a good looking home. I mean, I have no issues with how it looks. November 25th is the important day, and they've talked about some of the upgrades to the windows. I think it said 06, and that's always something to I always like to see it in the listing is when they've done all the items, because it's a lot easier to make a cosmetic decision as, hey, I need to paint that room, or I need to change the kitchen, or put new appliances in, versus I have to do a new air conditioner, new windows, roof. Those are the kind of things you want to avoid, if at all possible. So Sprague Place 299.9, and it's one of the smaller, like an Ashfield, 1051 square feet, 2-car parking in the driveway. December 7th is their magic date, and we've got another one actually just after that on Burgess Gardens at 310, which I think is a little bit high. It's certainly nice inside, the hardwood floors, but it's not a very big home. 1051 square feet for 310. I like the big fork and spoon there. Very well decorated. I love the backsplash on this one, and just great photos here too. It's nice when you're across from the 2-story homes, because sometimes 3-story, 3-story can start to feel a little cramped. So I do like the fact it doesn't really reflect in the value, but I think it's a good thing to get if you can. And same thing, 2-car parking in the driveway here. Really hard to tell with the first one with no photos, but that one to me just seems a touch, high, but it's very nice. So 1043 Cooper, 331.9, and so it's a Bryant model. It's 1235 square feet. It's a 2-story with a backyard. Cooper is basically like you can walk to the splash pad. There's a Catholic school. There's the Hawthorne Village Public School, which is ranked in the top 25 in today's Parent magazine in Canada. So really awesome school. Same thing here, November 25th, and no finished basement. It has some hardwood floors, and it seems like the right price. 2-car parking in the driveway, great stuff. So Centennial Forest is known as being kind of a building for more mature individuals, just south of EC Drury. And so we've got nice stucco finish on the outside. Inside of this one, it looks like nice high 9-foot ceilings, open concept kitchen. You can see the front door of the condo right there. Big living spaces. So to make a transition from your home into something like this, it can be a little bit easier. Look at the size of the master. There's tons of space. I think what may give these guys a bit of trouble is that they're not an official 2-bedroom. They're a 1-bedroom plus a den. And look at that view too. I mean, you could just imagine just hanging out outside there. And so $332.9 is the price, plus an extra $517 for maintenance fees. You get a bit more for your maintenance fees in 100 Millside. But yeah, I mean, it's a big condo. We're talking about 1,200 square feet, more than that, and the great view. So it takes a bit of horsepower to buy one of these when you add up the condo fees and how much it costs per month. Now, Shepherd is at 369.8. It's a Lake Point, so it's 1,380 square feet. Come in through the front door, and you've got a big room here. So technically that is defined by the builder as like a dining room, and then you've got a living, but what most people do is they just have one big room there. And you can see there's an eat-in kitchen here, and there's the kitchen, the cupboards. And what I like about this model is the 3 bedrooms are all pretty much the same size. Not the same size, but they're all good size. And then you've got a bit of a deck back there too, and it opens up onto green space. So I think that's what's going to push these guys up into this price. I actually think they're priced really well. Shepherd's one of those streets that if you don't like basically if you don't live there, there's no reason to go on it, so there's very little traffic. It's one of those good street hockey streets, but that's a great picture right there, and it looks like this one might have 2-car parking in the driveway too. So Duncan Lane fronts onto train tracks, so it's something just to be aware of. Because a lot of people think, oh, you know, the homes on Duncan, they're priced a bit lower, that's why. Inside, so you've got the living dining, you've got the kitchen, and then it opens up to the side there too. So I think this one's about 1,700 square feet. It's nice that you've got the double sinks there. That's a bit more of a shot there. So you've got the front room, and then you've got this room right here. Not a bad layout. It's not super open concept between the kitchen and family, and it feels really long and narrow, whereas the Mattamy ones tend to be a little bit more square. Personal preference, but I think, you know, this one seems like they've made the accommodation for the location. You know, I would say there's probably about a $10,000 or $15,000 hit for being across from the train tracks. Mowat Lane, we've got a front back house, and as far as I can tell, it's a front back house. I believe just in the back there you can see some of the new buildings, the Bristol on Main stuff. The thing about these ones, like I really don't like the fact that you've got 2 front doors and no real backyard, and the kids don't have a lot of place to play, and you front onto these fences from other homes. There's a lot of things I don't like about the location, but you do find, I mean, they've even said in here, it's the lowest price 4-bedroom home, and it's a semi, it's not even a townhouse at $375. So you generally get more property for your money, and that's because you're really making the compromise on the location in my eyes. Panton Trail 384.9, and looking inside here, there's a bit of work outside the interlock. Looks like a kind of a spacious open concept. You've got garage access, that's what that door was, and then the kitchen. And you can see the counters have been upgraded, the backsplash has been done, the moldings have been there. And then you've got the eat-in off to the side, and then the one room. Now, it's nice because there's not a whole lot of living space here. It's nice that you've actually got a finished basement downstairs. Okay, so good looking home all around, 384.9. I guess, you know, with the finished basement, probably a good option. They have good bedroom sizes in this home. Duncan Lane, back to the train tracks. So you're looking onto the train tracks, 2-car parking here. Good separation between you and your neighbor. It is a townhouse, but it's an end unit, hardwood floors, and it's a shame to see stuff like this because it's like dishes in the sink, and, you know, beautiful home, like nicely finished, and if they just had taken that extra, you know, almost like 2 or 3 hours just to, like this shot here, I mean, is that compelling you to want to see the home? I think, you know, moving the kids' stuff away, even just for the photos. I mean, even if that stuff was there, you know, when people were showing it, I find the photos are your opportunity to really sell the home and get people to that front door, because you can't sell the home if you don't have people walking in. And even there's a little box here, so just little things that distract us from actually what I think is a good home. There's a glass shower here, fully fenced. That's a good looking fence too. So there's, you know, I think the price could certainly be justified, 1,780 square feet, and you're certainly getting more upgrades than you are with the one we showed on Duncan previously. Holloway Terrace townhouse, 389, great first impression here. You've got the stone, and you've got, I can't remember what this kind of board is. It's better than vinyl siding. Maybe 2-car parking there. You talked about great upgrades in the kitchen. Pictures are kind of shrunk this way, so everything looks a little bit more narrow than it actually is. And just lots of upgrades here. Big fan of Heathwood Homes, and that seems like the right price too for about an 1,800 square foot townhouse. They've really come up in the last couple months. It's quite remarkable to see. Hepburn, 394. Now we're moving to a 1,500 square foot semi, and so nice upgrades outside. The fact that they have a pumpkin outside is kind of cool. We're starting to get to that season. Great layout here. You've got a cat looking out the back window, and the bedrooms here, same thing as the Lake Point we profiled. Nice sized rooms. Teenagers could be there. It'd be just perfect. And they've got a finished basement, big windows over here. There's some pot lights, a drop ceiling, and I think that finished basement is going to be what kind of propels these guys. Normal to see this model sell in the sort of 370 to 400 range. Ferguson is at 434. Now we get into detached homes. It's about 1,700 square feet, maybe up to 18. Hardwood floors. Then you've got your kitchen opening up to the family room. And the family room's a little bit narrow. You can see the couch and the TV, and you're basically done in there. And but beyond there, it looks pretty good. There's a good sized backyard here, maybe a bit of interlock. And yeah, it's a standard sized lot, but it's good because the house isn't as big. And on Ferguson, it's a good little spot on Ferguson too. You're not far from the pond and things like that. Wait, I was thinking of Trudeau. So Ferguson, yeah, you'd be sort of on the south part of Ferguson. Trudeau is at 469. This is a Lindsay model, 1,800 square feet. And in all likelihood, yeah, you can see right here. So you front onto a big park. Trudeau is set up as sort of a little round loop around this park on the north part, north of Derry. And you've got your front porch. You've got some landscaping. It's a great shot. Hardwood floors here. And relatively open concept kitchen. And nice design. I mean, just a lot of pride of ownership here. That's the shot that's going to attract the men, and well, probably everybody, but men love stuff like that. And you know, normally these models kind of float around the 440 without the basement. So the park plus the basement might give them the juice. Okay, so April 15th is actually what they're looking for of next year. We're starting to see some people in the fall that really shoot far away in 2012. So if you're willing to wait a bit, that could be a good opportunity. Marcellus is double car garage. Nice street. You're about 114 feet deep, and so the inside, you got some carpet. Looks like the original kitchen cupboards that have maybe been kind of painted and revised. And good looking home. Same thing here. You got the shag carpet. There's lots of original style here. A little bit of a stain right there. You'd want to look into that. But a bedroom with an office, perhaps a built-in desk. And the pool takes up most of the backyard, and it certainly looks nice to me. Great quiet street there. $519,800 seems like a very good price. Probably standing on the shoulders of the stuff like on White, some of the recent sales. So Higginbotham is $524,000, $786,000, 2,300 square feet. And you've got the door insert there. You can see in the reflection. Hardwood floors here, pot lights, great looking kitchen, upgraded countertops. You've even got the molding on the top of the cabinets there, and side door. I think that's a very positive feature. I think there's a lot of use for that, whether it's a home business or whether it's maybe a relative that's staying downstairs. Nice stuff. Seems like the right price here. Featherstone $529,000, kind of the same size category. And so your main floor is your kitchen, plus a living, plus a dining, and you can flip those around. I don't think it matters which one comes first. There's a kitchen, huge kitchen here, and then that is actually the second floor. Okay, so this is the room usually above the garage. So your family room's on the second floor. If you're watching movies and you have kids sleeping, if they're sound sleepers, no need to worry. But you do hear some of the noise from this room in the bedrooms, and you've got a bit of concrete there, stamped concrete that's in the back, and then pretty good sized lot, 36 by 100 feet, and $529,000. Is certainly within the range I'd expect. Tonelli, beautiful house, $549,000. This is like an HDR photography, very nice. I think in the context of the light and the dark, really adds something to these photos. Kitchen has been wonderfully upgraded, and this is a Mattamy home, and so it's still a split level, and you'll see there's a little projector there, and that leads you over to this treat right here. So a screen on the wall, you've got a built-in sound system, very nice, very clean design, and yeah, I like it. The deck outside, so you've got some privacy there with this. Yeah, I think it's a great looking home. You know, 3 bedrooms on this one might be the thing that kind of gives them a little bit trickier, you know, sale. Is, I mean, you'd expect to have a 4-bedroom usually, like this one here on Clark. This one's 24 something square feet, 2450. Cherrywood floors. Looks like an 8-foot ceiling here, and so you've got, I guess, yeah, that would be the family room. Kind of an odd place for the fireplace. Usually you see the fireplace just over on this side. However, You've got pattern concrete here. You've got a little loft area outside the master, and the bedrooms on this home are very nice too. So it says partly finished basement. It doesn't give any reference to that in the room sizes here. Now Marley Crescent is a home that's about the same size. So let's just say they're tacking on maybe a 25 grand premium. You've got the forest right behind, which I think is worth way more than $25,000. And so hardwood floors here. The kitchen looks very nice. Okay, so it looks like they've kept the hardwood going right through the kitchen, and yeah, they've spent a lot of time emphasizing the family room. Take a shot out the back. Look how nice it is. The trees are right there. I just think there's, with a different choice of photos, this one would probably just blow your mind. So some of the ones on Marley actually have a walkout basement too. I don't know if this one does, but terrific stuff. Okay, so $574,900 in my eyes. I think this is a hidden gem, and I think it's a terrific listing. I think it's a great price. It's not going to last long. So Guelph Line, $575,000, and so you got a detached double car garage. It says 131 by 131 feet. So wide, but not necessarily as deep. You've got the leaded glass here. Beautiful stuff. That's a great first impression. Lots of custom woodwork here. I think it has a lot of charm. I think there's the bedrooms look like a good size, and there's still some pretty good land. I'd be a little bit concerned with how close this one is to the road, and it says north of 15th Side Road, so you just want to make sure that you're not too close to, you know, some of the subdivisions. There's not too much clutter around you, but yeah, the price looks good. I think for the home, the size of the home, it's certainly priced well. Martin is at $575,900. And so this one is on a 211-foot lot. What I just want to check is it says it's on the west side, which means it's one of these homes here. And you can see that there's some industrial happening. And so I just want to see what would happen, what would be the plan for the surrounding area. So that's something you definitely want to check out. Walkout basement. Needs a little bit of updating. I mean, if someone's into that, you've got the pot lights done. It certainly looks like they've spent some money, and you can see the lot there too. You might even get a nice view of the escarpment. Okay, so $575,000. It's a 4-bedroom here. It looks like a big home. Gowland, I just heard, had an offer on it. Not surprised. 58 by 120-foot lot. $599,000. Beautiful, gorgeous kitchen here. I mean, the bathroom's been done. Look at that. It's exceptional. Basement, mature trees, everything someone would want in an old Milton home. Nice stuff. Okay, so Fenimore, $649,000. Wow, it's a big list. It's a Vanderwood, 3053 square feet, stone and stucco on the outside. Great looking kitchen here. And there's your family room. You've got a first floor den, which could be used as an office. And yeah, nice stuff here. You got the 3 bathrooms upstairs, which not all of them have. And the shot that I think would be great to see is that black fence is a municipal fence. You back onto green space. Okay, so I would have liked to see the green space shot, but $649,000. These models typically sell in the low 6s, and with that green space and the decor, I think they're going to do pretty well. The 6 range is a little bit slow. The 7 range on this one on Wettlaufer is very slow. And so this one is it's between 3,000 and 3,500 square feet. Nice design here. And the kitchen's been upgraded. The moldings, you've got a nice high ceiling in the family room, and you can see all the windows here, so it's nice and bright. There's the layout here. So same thing, if you're watching TV, you will, same as that one with the second floor family room, is you will sort of have noise carry upstairs. And there's the master's, the ensuite there with the his and hers, upgraded countertops, California shutters, beautiful looking home. Okay, so I think that, I've never tried this, but it would seem to me that trying to turn into that garage would be a really tight turn. And having the garage like that, I mean, it's certainly a different thing. I'm sure it's some people love it, some people aren't really into it. Wettlaufer's a great street, and I don't know. I think that this home, I'm not sure if there's ever been a sale. I know there was one listed maybe 4 or 5 months ago. I'm not sure if it ended up selling. It was listed in the 7s as well. So Pineview, It's kind of the treat. It's the cherry on top, and it's 3.5 million. It's only a 3-bedroom. It's 6 washroom, which is kind of cool. You can have 2 washrooms per bedroom, and the aerial definitely gives you a great. Might be a basketball court right here. There's a pool. There's a little jungle gym. There's lots of trees. It's like a waterfall when you come in the house. Just beautifully incorporating nature. I mean, you can see like that looks like a whatchamacallit, a tree stump, whatever you, not stump, a tree trunk is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, the lines in here, I mean, this one, I think Charlton Home of the Year or something, just beautiful inside. I mean, you can see the exposed beams here. The kitchen, very natural, earthy feel in here. Very cozy. I mean, you can see how the couch is kind of built into the rest of the home. This would be a home that I mean, anybody would be proud to have. I mean, I can't see anybody walking in here and saying, hey, I don't like this. But somehow in this range, people get really picky. There's a walkout basement, triple car garage, just beautiful stuff. There's a wine cellar in here. So definitely check that out. And that's the list for today. I think there's 26. And thanks for coming back to Daily Homes. We'll see you tomorrow with more videos, more fun, more everything. Bye for now.